My own father, Victor, had gone and married my girlfriend, Lily, the woman I'd loved and trusted for 3 long years. The shock hit me like a freight train, stirring up a whirlwind of emotions. But from that pain rose a clever plan for revenge, one that would bring their deceit into the light and give me back my dignity. Let me take you back to how it all began, in a way that's clear and straight from the heart, like sharing stories around the kitchen table. I grew up in a small town in the Midwest, where family meant everything. My dad, Victor, was a hard-working man who built a successful business running a string of motels along the interstate. After my mom passed away from cancer when I was just a boy of 10, he threw himself into his work, leaving me to grow up feeling more like an employee than a son. He was stern, always barking orders, but I figured that's how fathers were back then. Tough on the outside, maybe soft deep down. Then came Lily. We met at the local community college, where she was studying nursing and I was taking business classes to help with Dad's motels. She was kind-hearted, with a smile that could light up a room, and she understood my struggles. We'd talk for hours about our dreams, a simple life, maybe a house with a white picket fence, kids someday. I introduced her to Victor during Sunday dinners, those awkward family gatherings where he'd pour the wine and tell old war stories from his time in Vietnam. I noticed him looking at her a bit too fondly, but I chalked it up to him being lonely. "He's harmless," Lily would say, patting my hand. Little did I know, those dinners were the start of something treacherous. The betrayal unfolded one crisp autumn day. I'd been away on a work trip, fixing up one of Dad's properties in Ohio, and came home early to surprise Lily. Her apartment was half empty, clothes gone, pictures off the walls, a short note on the counter. "Alex, I'm sorry, it's over. I've found real security." No more explanation than that. It felt like the ground swallowed me whole. Then, a week later, the invitation arrived in the mail. Victor and Lily's wedding, set for his lakeside cabin up north. He was 52, she was 25. The age difference alone was a scandal in our conservative town, but the real knife twist was that she was mine, or so I'd thought. Fear took hold of me then, the kind that makes your stomach churn. How could I show my face at family events? What would folks at church say? And deep down, I sensed Victor's secret regrets. He'd always been distant, maybe wishing he'd been a better dad after Mom died. As for Lily, her eyes at the wedding told me she was already second-guessing. I went to the ceremony, dressed in my Sunday best, forcing a smile amid the organ music and flower arrangements. The guests murmured about the May-December romance, but I saw the truth. Victor's hand tight on her arm, like she was property, not a partner. During the reception, with big band music playing softly, I cornered Lily by the punch bowl. "Why, Lily? Why him?" My voice cracked, emotions bubbling over like a pot left too long on the stove. She whispered back, tears in her eyes, "Alex, you were always scraping by. Victor promised stability, a nice home, no worries about bills. I got scared of our uncertain future." It was pure betrayal, trading true love for comfort. But I caught the fear in her gaze, the regret starting to simmer as she glanced at Victor laughing with his old buddies. That night, alone in my motel room, I didn't drown in sorrow. Instead, I hatched a smart revenge, not with fists or shouts, but with facts and patience, like the steady drip that wears away a stone. I'd known for years about Victor's shady dealings. Back when I helped with the books, I found irregularities, money skimmed off the top, hidden in accounts to avoid taxes, even some under-the-table deals with suppliers. Mom had suspected it before her passing, and I'd kept quiet out of family loyalty. But now, I hired a private accountant, using my modest savings to verify it all. Sure enough, there were falsified receipts, unreported income, enough to make the IRS take notice. The emotional showdown came at Victor's annual Thanksgiving gathering, meant to bring the family together. I showed up uninvited, papers in my briefcase. As turkey was carved and pies passed around, I stood up and said, "A toast to honesty." Then I laid it out, projected the evidence on the living room TV for all to see, emails, bank statements. The room went silent as a graveyard. Victor's face turned ashen, his hands shaking. "Son, don't do this," he pleaded, his voice breaking with the weight of years of secret regrets. Lily gasped, realizing she'd hitched her wagon to a sinking ship. In the end, the authorities got involved. Victor lost his business, faced fines and probation. From his modest apartment now, he writes letters full of apologies. "I was jealous of your youth, Alex. I regret pushing you away." Lily filed for divorce quick as a flash, but when she came crawling back, scared of being alone, I turned her away gently. "We've both learned our lessons," I said. These days, I've used the whistleblower reward to start my own small inn, honest and thriving. The pain of betrayal lingers like an old ache on rainy days. The fear and regrets fade with time. But that smart turn of events, it reminded me that justice comes not from anger, but from standing tall with the truth. And in America's heartland, that's a value worth holding on to.